it was a bit of a dream project. Like, this was something that I was convinced would have fundamentally changed me, and then the project was dead. Dog's going fucking ape shit right now because it's 10 o'clock in the morning and he hasn't been out yet. The reason he hasn't been out is because it's throwing it down, and dog don't like the rain. So he looks outside and then goes fuck it and goes and sits down, and then it's just like, ugh, I'm bored. And it's my problem. We've got this idea of grief, and it's normally reserved for the living, like people, animals, unless you're really in love with a plant, because there are those people. I've got one there, just off camera. There he is. See him? Yeah. He hasn't got a name, and he's not getting a name, because he's a f***ing plant. I would argue that you can also grieve through things a bit more abstract. Your favourite pub is boarding up its windows. A product being discontinued. You used to be able to get this stuff called poppycock. It was like toffee popcorn mixed with crushed cashew nuts. And it was fucking amazing. Crack with calories. It was just fucking genius idea. Oh, now the sun's coming out to f*** up on my white balance. Oh, I should take the dog out. I need to finish my thought. Let's close that. Yeah, you can still get it now. You have to buy like packs of 12 for like $75 or something like that. I can't put my body through that. Not again. You can also grieve, I think, for a lost project or an opportunity. If you follow any filmmakers on YouTube, you will probably know about this lens. This is a Helios 442 58mm f2.8 lens. It was made by the Russians for like 40 odd years, and there's millions of them. Loads. They've got this really sort of famous effect to them where they make the background all kind of like swirly. You can usually pick one up for under 100 quid. The lens that you're seeing me through now is about 1,200 quid, and that's not particularly expensive. The beauty of something like this is to get an image with so much character that is really inexpensive. But I held myself back from getting one for a long time. I made a conscious decision at some point to throw away half my shit and stop collecting f***ing nonsense trinkets. And even now, I've still got some garbage lying around. This. What the f*** is this? I try to be really intentional with what I buy, and not because, like, oh, I'm kind of like holier than thou minimalist or any shit like that. It's just that if I gave myself an inch, I would take a f***ing mile on that. I would, in all likelihood, be destitute and divorced. I didn't have a need for it, so I didn't buy it. And then, I did have a need for it. It was a bit of a dream project. It was like regular, short form, documentary style stuff. It's the kind of thing that I could really kind of sink my teeth into and make something wonderful, and it was for a good cause. Ideas were formulated, a lot of things were planned on my end, and then not long before the first shoot, the budget fell out and the project was dead. I think every now and again when you're in the sort of business of making things, you want to take on something that's going to make you step up, and you want to use it as an opportunity to push yourself pretty hard. With that comes kind of new ideas and new aesthetic, a new way of doing things, which is where this lens came in. I was determined to make something different with this. And then the project was gone, and I was left with this lens, but this thing that I was really excited about suddenly felt lighter in some way. This was going to be the kind of thing that stretched every fibre of me, that would keep me awake, like a crying child in the night, that would put me to sleep like I'd run marathons. And I think looking back, I went through like all like the 7 stages shit. Fear, denial, binge drinking. Like this was something that I was convinced would have fundamentally changed me because of the amount that I was willing and ready to kind of bleed into it. And that's what this was for. It's not expensive. It wasn't a rarity. But it meant a lot. I don't mean all this to sound dramatic. Like, I think the reality of any creative project is that it takes a load of stars to just kind of like come into alignment to get things off the ground. And it's rare that anything and everything goes to plan. And I probably put too much stock in it anyway. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think if you approach something with that much ambition, even if you fall short of what you thought it would have been, it'll still be pretty fucking good. I don't want to be a dick to people who've like actually lost people. Like it's different. I understand that, but I feel like it's something that people who've lost opportunity could relate to. Maybe you didn't get the job you were going for, and you'd already kind of pictured yourself in the life and the lifestyle that it was going to provide you with. Like it's that same kind of thing. The difference with this kind of grief is that in a couple of days, I was alright. In fact, the next day, this happened. Fuck, man. Why make notes? I don't know what I'm doing. I just know that I need it. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. That's the thing, isn't it? Like, it just moves, it shifts, it transforms. It was important to me that it, for whatever reason at the time, that energy wasn't lost. And it was pretty quickly diverted into this. Helios 442. Helios was the ancient Greek god of the sun, the god of life and creation. Every day, he would traverse the sky from east to west on a blazing chariot pulled by 4 white horses, illuminating all beneath him and fading into an inky black. He wasn't there for a singular purpose. He wasn't just there for one reason, one project. He was the cause of everything. And everything he gave life to eventually faded into nothing in an endless cycle of creation. This won't be the last time this happens. I have to be thankful for that, because it means that there's more opportunities coming. And all this it's all transformative. So I'm going to take solace on the fact that my grief over a lost opportunity, at the very least, shed a ray of sunlight on what I actually wanted. And once that was gone, it took a bit of time to lay what passed me to rest. And soon after, Helios returned.